Katie Kimball here from Raising Healthy Families and Teens Cook Real Food. You are listening to the Healthy Parenting Handbook podcast, and this is the third in a 5-part series of 5-minute teen tidbits. This is not our normal format. Normally, I talk your ear off or I interview an awesome guest. So today I want to talk about perfectionism. As a continuously recovering perfectionist myself, I know that personality type or that personality element can really get in the way sometimes of progress. I mean, you've heard it said, progress over perfection. And why is that? Because when people are feeling perfectionist tendencies, we tend not to start anything. We tend not to try. Sometimes you just have to put it out there or be able to take whatever that next step is, but that perfectionist tendency can just freeze us up. So the kitchen, in my opinion, is one of the best arenas to practice the anti-perfectionist tendencies because things are going to go wrong. So, something is going to burn. Something's going to cook too long. Something's going to cook too little, hopefully not meat. And it's very rare that we follow recipes absolutely perfectly, because we don't have to. So one of my great joys in filming Teens Cook Real Food was to push my teens a little bit. I hired 8 teenagers to come into my home and I taught them to cook on camera. So what you see in Teens Cook Real Food really is it really is real. Most of these 8 teenagers did not come in with cooking experience. And so they really are learning right along and figuring stuff out. We had accidents on camera. We had eggs smashed on the counter. We had a cut happen on camera. We had a cut happen off camera. And that's so real life. It is nearly impossible to keep your perfectionist tendency in the kitchen. So I took great joy in pushing the limits of those perfectionist tendencies. And in fact, since Kids Cook Real Food, I've told kids, we're going to learn how to shake a shaker. We're going to learn how to measure like a TV chef into your hand. And Paul, my son, who edits all of our videos, I asked him to create a little montage of our guest chef, Chef Jason McLaren, not measuring. I said, people sometimes struggled with that when the chef was like, just shoot, he'd just kind of throw stuff in and he'd say a chef pinch or a chef, handful or whatever. And the people at home watching our classes are going, I don't know how much that was. I don't know how to make that. I don't know how to do what he's doing. And they're like getting all seized up. And Paul said it was actually really hilarious how easy it was to find all of those Chef Jason doesn't measure clips because he never measured. So that's the fun part of cooking. That's the fun part of teaching teens to cook. When I taught them how to measure like a TV chef, how to eye up about a teaspoon into their hand, or how to just like shake some seasonings over top of your cauliflower that you're going to roast, I said, listen, I want you to do this next task. I want you to eye up some seasonings and I want you to push yourself 10 to 20% faster than you're comfortable going and reduce your perfectionism by 50%. So that's what I told the teens, with me. And that's also the challenge that I give your teens at home when they take Teens Cook Real Food, that we're really going to work on that. This was very, very difficult for some kids. I would ask them, do you want to use spoons or are you ready to eye it up? And sometimes they'd resist.
Where are the measuring cups for the liquid measurements?
We're going to eye this up. Remember, we're going to make this out of our head. So I know that's about 3/4 cups. If I'm off, it's okay. It was a common question that I asked. Does this have to be exact? Does this have to be perfect? Serenity, how perfect does she have to be on this? Not perfect. That's the right answer. The great part about cooking that maybe doesn't happen with an essay in school or trying to get a job or trying to start your own business or some of those things where there really is sort of like a pass-fail, food is already yummy. It's yummy unless you burn it. And I think as long as you can kind of shoot for yummy and not expect yourself to make 5-star restaurant perfect all the time, you can learn so much. You can gain so much experience in a short time. Take a piece of cauliflower. I cut up the cauliflower. I can't cut it wrong unless I cut myself, and then I will still learn from that. But you just cut it and it's good. It's tasty already. You make a dip, even if it's a mediocre dip. Now the cauliflower with the dip is it's even tastier. You steam that cauliflower, a tiny bit of salt. It doesn't take much to continually make that cauliflower tastier. I think it's just so hard to completely mess up food. And it's so easy to make it taste really good even with very imperfect measuring or very imperfect guessing. So if you've got one of those teens who has those perfectionist tendencies, especially if they hold him or her back, if they keep or prevent him or her from doing something or trying something or, putting themselves out there in the world, man, get them into the cooking. Whether you do it with my help with Teens Cook Real Food or not, it's awesome to say, does this have to be perfect? No. Can you measure by eyeing it up? Yes. And I'd love to keep talking to you about teenagers. Take a moment to go to raisinghealthyfamilies.com/teenvids. That's TEENVIDS to sign up for a great free series I've got going this week where we talk more about parenting teens and a little bit more about the course. I am so pleased to be your other voice this week.